guys. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My goodness, I have not seen you guys in so long because I'm busy. I'm really, really busy. Um, yeah, I'm busy. I have things to do, but I miss you guys. And today, I want to get on here real quick and talk about something. And talk about something that you guys might be interested in. Maybe not. I don't know. But do you guys remember months ago? I did a video on this ADOS movement that was happening. Um, American Descendants of Slaves or American Descendants of Slavery. And I did a couple of videos on this channel just discussing that topic, and I got attacked on here by some ADOS people. I was told to go back to my plantation. I mean, I'm glad I have a plantation to go back to. I do. I actually own it, but I was told we need to go back to our plantation in the Caribbean. We were attacked just for having an opinion, right? And I never once, not once, by the way, guys, give me a thumb up, okay? Hit the like button. I never, not once did I say, hey, I don't support this, or, I kind of was a little, it was disheartening to see a lot of the people who call themselves ADOS just saying very disparaging things about non-ADOS online, just saying some really disgusting things that you only hear from white folks. Like, how white folks like to say, go back to Africa. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. When you have black people telling another black person, go back to the Caribbean and go back here and go back there, now you're starting to sound like your master, So that, for me and a lot of us, was why we had an opinion. Had we not get attacked the way and we're still getting attacked by these people. I said these people, yes, because seriously. But anyway, a lot of you guys came to the video and was very disrespectful, right? And I said, y'all ain't getting nothing. Y'all ain't getting nothing. Why? Because if you study the history of the people who run America, then it's common sense that you're not getting anything, okay? Not that you don't deserve it, but it's just not going to happen, okay? But anyway, that's not why we're here today. So you see the title on the screen. So apparently, the people who found this movement, right, the people who came up with this ADOS movement, my understanding is now they are at war with each other. So when I first heard about this ADOS movement, right, somebody sent me a video of this gentleman by the name of Tariq Machine. I had no idea who he was. People are constantly sending me videos all the time and articles and stuff. And someone sent me a video of that guy, and I watched the video and the disgusting things that he was saying, and the people who watches his video, the things they were saying underneath his video against or towards black folks from the Caribbean and other places was disgusting. And so I felt compelled. I dug a little bit further into this whole thing, and I felt compelled to make those videos that I did. And so now here we are in 2020, and the people who came up with this movement, who were so passionate in disrespecting everybody else who's not Black American, now they're fighting one another. So who came up with this ADOS movement? So it all started with, as I mentioned in the other video, it all started with somebody named Antonio Moore and Yvette Carnell, right? These two people, I'm going to share my screen. Let me share my screen real quick. Let me share my screen quickly, okay? So So these two people here, this woman here, hopefully you guys can see her better, right? Her name is Yvette Carnell, and she's a homosexual, right? Yes, I had to point that out. She's a homosexual. That's very important to this video. Very important, right? So that's Yvette Carnell. That's her and the gentleman. Here he is again. His name is Antonio Moore, right? That's him. And so those two people are the ones that started the movement. To my understanding, they came up with this whole thing, right? And then this guy here somehow looks like a pimp, right? This gentleman here, he somehow latches on to the movement, right? And so the first time I heard about this movement was him. Somebody sent me a video, and he was in the video, and he was yapping away, and the shit he was saying was just really whatever, you know. So I first heard it from this guy here. Name is Tariq Machine, right? And so him and these two people were the ones that initially was pushing this whole movement, right? These two people, and this guy right here, right? So these three people were the ones that was pushing this movement. Right. So now they're at war with one another. Somehow, this guy, Tariq Nasheed, in the suit, took the movement, right? Somehow he has taken the movement, and it become something of a, he sees some type of monetary, you know, gain from it, and he's now taken it, and he's gone off into a whole nother thing, and so now they're fighting. So I'm watching this whole thing unfold, and it's scary. It's scary. Now I don't know, maybe you guys have been seeing what's going on, maybe not, but I'm going to share my, you know what, I'm not going to share the screen. I'm just going to play it, right? I'm going to play it so you guys can listen to it. I'm going to play it so you guys can listen to it, because it is crazy. It's crazy. So let me go ahead and play some of what's been going on so you guys can get an idea. I'm not going to stay on here for too long, right? Let me play it for you guys. Here we go.
But that doesn't affect anybody. But Strappy, you and Tone Tits, you guys are proclaiming to be the leaders of Black folks and ADOS. You're the leaders and the founders and all this stuff. And y'all need to focus on Tone. You need to focus on Tone's case. Family, y'all know that Tone, he was going around saying that he don't talk about it when he was a prosecutor. He said that he quit being a prosecutor. He quit so that.
Now, I'm not sharing the video with you guys because I don't want anyone, flagging my video. So I'm only playing the audio, okay? But I just want to give you guys some insight on what's going on with these people.
Because he got tired of helping Black men get locked up. He said that he quit that and went into independent practice or whatever.
This is Tariq Nasheed talking, okay? Let me show you guys who's talking. Let me show you guys who's talking. Hold on. Let me just share my screen. This is the guy who's talking right now, okay? That's the guy I'm playing. I'm not playing his video because I don't want any issues on my channel, right? But this guy is the one that's speaking at the moment, okay? So let me go back. Let me go back, and I'm going to play what he's talking about.
This is what Tone has said. Tone said that he quit being a prosecutor for the city of Los Angeles because he just got tired of locking up all the Black men, seeing all these Black men get locked up. This is what Tone said, remember? But Tone did not quit, ladies and gentlemen. Tone Tits was fired. Ladies and gentlemen, Tone was fired by the city of Los Angeles. Antonio Moore, the lawyer, this is the docket right here where he was fired, Moore in the city of Los Angeles.
Yeah, so that's just one clip. I have some more to play, but that's just one clip of many videos that this gentleman has done on the other two, his other two colleagues that, you know, started this movement. He's pretty much just airing out the dirty laundry against these other two people. Let me play another clip.
You're going to have business disagreements with certain people. That's just part of the game. We got to stop listening to the Yvettes and Tones who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They simply don't know what the hell they're talking about. In fact, that lawsuit they're talking about with Claude Anderson, what happened, that was a thunderstorm. There was a weather situation where his business got destroyed.
Anyway, let's move on to something else.
On that shit. I don't trip on other folks' shit. That's other folks' shit. Because see, Tone wants validation. That shit running around. I'm Emmy nominated with a little tie tongue ass. I'm Emmy nominated. I'm an Emmy nominated producer. I'm an Emmy nominated. I'm not guessing my way through this. I'm not guessing my way through it. I got the.
Guys, I don't know how many of you follow these folks, but this is literally what's going on right now. People send me these videos and I go and I watch them and I see what's going on and I'm like, what the hell? So they started out as this group who want reparation for Black folks in America. That's how it all started. Found American descendants of slave, for, you know, they wanted reparation, and I, you know, I was rooting for them. I was like, you know what, they might have something going on here if they really stick to it. But as we can see, as I'm going to play again, let me just go ahead and play it again. Let me continue.
Data, and I'm an Emmy nominated producer. You understand? So yeah, this nigga is desperate for clout. He's very desperate for clout. This is why this nigga stays on Instagram and Twitter begging to be verified. I'm telling talk. I was in the New York Times and I was nominated for an Emmy. I need to be verified. Can you look at me? And I know the data. Can you verify me? Verify me on Twitter. I know the data. Me and Yvette Cornell, we started ADOS, and I want to be verified. And Tone has been taking his little shots, and I've been stalling this fuck nigga out. But let's be real. Tone looks like a fucking bullfrog with titties. You big bitch nigga with your slobby mouth. That's why I don't like looking at him. I don't like looking at Yvelle's ass either. I really don't watch them because they're very hard to look at. Tone and Yvette are very hard people to look at. Yvette be talking with all them little sores around her mouth, eating dirty white pussy. I don't like looking at her. She's a very harsh looking woman to look at. She looks like a funky little light-skinned grasshopper with a strap on. She's very hard to look at. But like I said, man, they're doing the same shit as the Black Lives Matter crowd. They're trying to pivot everything so they can start doing this little LGBT hookup type of thing. You do, and notice how certain people get banned and certain people do not get banned. Notice they never get banned from anything. They never get banned from Twitter. They never get banned or penalized on YouTube. You know, we're always getting banned, shadow banned, getting strikes here, strikes. Jason Black, the Black Authority, Professor Black Truth. All of us who's talking that real shit, we get dinged and banned, and you know, I get banned from whole countries. People who are putting in real work, making real moves. You understand? But nothing ever happens to these two. That's interesting. You know, you can tell who's effective and not effective. And Yvette, so this is a very desperate woman. Yvette is a very desperate woman because she has a cancer mentality. She has a virus type of mentality. This person who runs around hating on black success. Any black person who's successful, you're supposed to hate on. This is a woman who's a lifelong failure. Yvette has no wins under her belt at all. Neither does Tone. And Yvette worked with Dr. Boyce, and Boyce, he busted out telling the truth about how this woman, he had to give her money because she was still living at home with her parents. This woman is 44 years old. And another thing.
Guys, he's talking about his buddies who created this movement, this ADOS movement. These two people were his friend. Well, I don't know if they were friends, but they were his. I don't know. They were all in cahoots on this movement, and this is what's happening right now. I'm shocked. When I watched the video, I was shocked. I'm like, wait, what the hell happened? This is supposed to be a movement for reparation for black folks, and this is where we are. This is literally where we are in the game right now. I'm just like, what the hell happened? What happened? What happened? Let me continue to play this video. Let me keep playing it.
Yvette has been taking shots at my wife and all this stuff, and I let it pass. She's been just taking random shots, dissing my wife. My wife is not a public figure. My wife is not a public figure at all, but she's taking it upon herself to diss my wife and all this old sucker shit. And I don't trip on it, but if you're going to diss my wife, let's just talk about you for a minute, Yvette, because I posted this picture, this before and after. Now, back in the day, if you're looking at the screen now,
I wish I could show you guys the picture, but I can't.
Yvette kind of had a little something going on back in the 90s. Yvette kind of had a little something going on back in the 90s before she went, full pipe looking. Now, let me tell you something. She's only 44 years old. You don't go from this to that just because of age. There's something going on with this woman. And I ask people, let's just be real, because look at the way she's looking now, the way she hit the wall, the way she lies nonstop. She lies just nonstop. Everything out this woman's mouth is a lie. She's dusty. She's not successful at anything. And when you're old living with your parents, how do you get here? This looks like the narcotic. This looks like the narcotic or some type of mental breakdown. We can't take folks like this seriously. And now there's a handful of people that's still rocking with this dusty ass broad. And a lot of people are only rocking with her because there's a lot of folks, and I won't say a lot of people because there's not a lot of people rocking with her. And excuse me, notice most of the people that you see still rocking with them are these older Negroes. They're much older, these middle-aged Negroes who still want to be Democrats, and some of these middle-aged LGBT niggas looking for a reason to get out the house. But a lot of these Negroes, see, they have dusty aunties like this. Let's keep it real. There's a lot of black folks where we have dusty, used to be on the pipe aunties who comes around every now and then, and you know your auntie ain't about shit. Your auntie done had her kids taken away. Your auntie's been on and off the narcotic. But you're like, that's my auntie. She's still good people, though. My auntie's still cool. She's cleaned herself up. She's off that stuff. But, we're going to invite her to the family reunion. Y'all look at her like your little crackhead auntie. That's what you look at her as. You keep these folks around and you entertain them because they're like your little crackhead family members that you have a little sympathetic heart for. A lot of folks have that, so they can kind of see your little dusty aunt and uncle in that. You can see your little failed family member there. They still family. That's why when you start going in on these little dirty niggas like Yvette and Tone, you got these niggas, come on now, we all supposed to stick together. No, we ain't got to stick together with these dusty ass fuck niggas. We don't have to stick with Yogi and Boo Boo Bear. We don't have to stick with them. The hell you do have to know. We got to get off that broke ass, dusty ass failure mentality where we just got to sit around here percolating with failures all fucking day. We ain't got to hang around no damn Yvette and Tone, two lifelong failures. We don't have to hang around these folks. You've been hanging around your dusty ass family. You think we got to hang around every dusty fucking nigga out here. Hell no. No, thank you. But people like this who sit around pocket watching everybody else, that's all she does. Yvette's so jealous of me because Yvette wants to be a player. She started to stud it up a little bit. And, you know, Boyce was talking about her little white lover. She had a white lover. So she's out here stud winching. She's a Negro stud winch. She's stud winching for white women. So we know where her loyalty lies. We know where her loyalty lies. So people like this, like Yvette, they don't like players. They don't like no real alpha men. They like beta males like Tone. They like little weenie ass niggas that they can kind of lead around. They don't like no alpha males. This is why she's always attacking alpha males. She's attacking Minister Farrakhan, attacking Dr. Claude Anderson, attacking Boyce, attacking the Black Authority. Just alpha males, she's always attacking. She's always attacking alpha males. Because the thing is, when she's in the room with Tone, she's the man. She's the man when she's with Tone.
Child.
She don't have a problem walking around with Tone. That's why she wants to be the leader of ADOS and all that old shit. She's the man when she's in a room by herself or she's in a room with Tone. But when a motherfucker like me come around, and all of a sudden you go back to being an ugly wench. Ooh, oh, that was kind of rough. I shouldn't say stuff like that. It's the holidays. But that's the problem. When a player like me walk in the room, you go back to being a strong-faced stud wench. You understand? And again, she tries to be a player about hers. Look at the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a picture where she tried to, when she was starting to stud it up, she's sitting here with a fucking chopper suit on. She's trying but failing. She's failed at being a player. She can't even be a player correctly. This woman had a Burlington's chopper suit. Poor thing. So she was trying her best to get a little playeration there, but it failed. That's why she's so mad at people like me. Successful, respected, and loved black men who women love. Women love me. They don't love you in this fucking chopper suit. And your hair, what kind of hairstyle this is, I don't know if she got like 3-4 hairstyles in here. She got an afro, a quick weave, a finger wave, and a blowout. I don't know what kind of hairstyle this woman has. But looked like she was trying to cover up her receding hairline. She must have been taking hormones, and the hormones started to eat up her edges. Sitting here looking like a fucking Beanie Baby. Lord. Poor thing. And she's a light-skinned, strong face. The face started getting strong, and she's light-skinned. When you strong-faced and light-skinned, that's very rough. That's a very rough thing. But family, this whole mentality where black folks who are successful in business, you're supposed to shit on them and hate on them. See, look, on some real shit, we got to get that cancer mentality out of our community. This is why we have so many failed businesses and all that, because we got these people with the Yvette Carnell mentality If there's a black person doing good business, they're sitting up sabotaging them, talking about how we shouldn't be doing good business as black folks. We need to be up here voting down Democrat and getting government jobs and all this stupid shit. Because, you know, out there in Baltimore, there was a black girl out there.
Well, my goodness gracious. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is your co-founder, or one of them, of your ADOS movement. Now they're at war. Now listen, let me keep it real, right? When I first heard about this movement and I wanted to know who came up with the movement, so I learned about who came up with the movement, I searched this Yvette and Tone from Tone Talk, or Antonio Moore, same person. I searched it and I found the Yvette Carnell person, and I took one look at her and I said to myself, this is an LGBT movement in disguise. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that woman. And then when I saw the gentleman, you know, I was like, yeah, this is definitely you know, I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying, when I first saw the woman, Yvette Carnell, when I Googled her name, her picture came up, and the first thing that came to my mind was, okay, so we have another fake Black Lives Matter movement. That's pretty much what came to my mind. I said, this is another LGBT fake movement under the guise of ADOS. And that's pretty much what it is. Yvette Carnell is LGBT. I don't want to make any comment on the brother, Antonio Moore. I don't know anything about the brother. If I had to guess, I would say he's also LGBT. But that's just my opinion. I'm saying if I had to guess. I don't know. Okay? But that was the first thing that came to my mind. I knew this wasn't going anywhere. And what's really sad is the amount of people who went behind these people. And, you know, this is, our black folks are easily led. Our people are easily led. The amount of people who jump behind these people and really didn't see what was really going on. And now you have this brother, Tariq Machine, who have taken the movement and he has somehow switch it up to something else. Now he has his own movement going on, and it's really not a movement. It's just a way for him to make money, and that's just my opinion. He's taken the movement and he's now calling it something else. Foundational Black American? I don't even know what that is. Foundational Black American. That's his name for the movement now. He's no longer with these two other guys, as you clearly can see or heard. He's no longer with them. He's taken the movement, and it has now become a money-making machine for this guy. Okay, and that's pretty much what the motive was for him from the very beginning. And that's just my opinion. This guy Tariq Machine really did not have any real interest in the movement other than monetary gain. Okay, and that's pretty much what he's doing. He's having some someone just sent me a video a couple of days ago. He's having some conference somewhere, and he wants thousands and thousands of dollars to pay for the building so he can you know, he's doing all this movie. I was told, why not buy a building? Why not invest in a building, and then when you want to have your conference, just use the building? Why use thousands and thousands, $100,000 to rent someone else's property to have a conference? Why not? You know, you have a whole bunch of movie. I was told this gentleman have a bunch of movies, and you're getting all this donation. Why not just invest in a property, a building, And so that way, when you want to have your conference, you can have your conference. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, so now he's having his own movement, this guy. He's broken off from this Yvette Carnell and Antonia Moore, and now he's having it. So, how do you guys feel? Aren't you guys feeling silly? I'm talking to you, ADOS. When you were so emotional and you came at us Caribbean folks, us from other places, and you came at us and you cursed us out and you were so emotional, and here we are a few months later. It shit didn't even last a year. Didn't even last a year. Not even a year later. And here we are. We're the so-called founders of this movement is going back and forth. I didn't even play what the other people were saying about this guy. I'm not going to play it. Okay, I'm not going to play. It's a waste of time. But is this an example of Black folks not even having the ability to come together as a people for a cause? Because reparation for Black folks is a serious topic, and I believe that Black Americans deserve reparation. I do. I seriously do. But the problem is, it'll never happen, number one, because you can't even come together to get it. You can't even come together to get the reparation. And you really think that the people who have stolen and taken so much from you, do you really think that they are going to take you guys serious and give you money? What are you going to do with the money? What are you going to do with it? Seriously. What? Seriously. You don't even take yourself serious. You can't even come together long enough to get the goddamn reparation. And that's the point a lot of us was trying to bring out. But you were so busy being emotional and cursing us out, right? You didn't see it. But now here it is. Here it is a couple months later. And this whole shit is down the drain, right? Down the drain. All that that whole video was disrespectful. So that's what they're doing with each other. I'm not going to stay on here long, but I just wanted to bring this out. How I'm not sitting here laughing at my brothers and sisters. Actually, I am quite sad. It's pathetic that for something so serious that you guys weren't even organized enough to get it together and get what it is that you're asking for. Because of greed, because of hate, because of mistrust, because nobody's on the same page, because everybody have their own agenda. Okay, this one over here have their LGBT agenda, this one over here has is money agenda, and nobody's on the same page, right? Nobody's on the same page. And so here we are. Here we are. That's what happened when you worship humans, A lot of you guys follow these people, You guys are fan of these people, the Tariq Machines and the Yvette Carnell and these guys. You guys worship and follow these guys. And here we are. They're a bunch of jokes, all of them, because they haven't figured out how to really, that guy Tariq Nasheed, as I was watching his videos, he always mentioned something about being on code, but there's nothing in any of his videos about being on code. He hasn't demonstrated that. There's nothing about the way he behaved. There's nothing in his action that is encouraging people to be on code. He say it, but my grandmother always say actions speak louder than words. He doesn't demonstrate that. He doesn't demonstrate the on code shit that he liked to spit out. You know what I mean? That's not being on code. When you get on the internet and speak like that against your own people, meanwhile you're trying to get your people together to come, to get them to be on some ADOS or Foundational Black America, whatever it is that they call it. That's not how we come together. That's not how you come together with your people. Now you've created a rift. First of all, you've separated yourself from your brothers and sisters from the Caribbean and everywhere else. And now you've created a rift within your own movement with your own people here in America. Now there's a split down the middle. Now you have the ADOS, and now you have the foundational Black Americans. So now you guys are split down the middle. And then you have some people who say, F it. I don't give a damn about these people anymore. So it's all a bunch of dysfunctional, discombobulated foolishness with these people. And us Caribbean folks, we were supposed to take y'all serious? Really? Y'all got mad at us. And we were supposed to take you guys serious? Do you see why we don't take none of this foolishness serious? It's foolishness. It's foolishness. And here it is, right? Demonstrating itself right here in front of us. We don't take this stuff serious because you guys don't take yourself serious. And that's just the truth. Listen, I don't jump on bandwagon. And when I saw this movement from the very beginning, I said, this is a joke. It's a joke. And number one, you have a lesbian woman who's the head of the movement. Like, but that right there was what lost me. I was like, okay, this is a joke. See, you have, from the very beginning, I was like, wait, you have a lesbian woman who's pushing this movement. And you have a dude sitting next to her who we can't even figure out what he is. Is he a dude? Is he into chicks? Is he into guys? We don't know. So this is an LGBT movement disguised as ADOS type reparation movement. It's like, whatever. So anyway, just wanted to come on here and say that. I just really, for those of you who don't know what's going on, for those of you, who don't follow these people, I don't. I get videos sent to me. I watch them. I get a little curious and I go and I dig and I look at things and that's how I know what's going on. I don't really follow these people. I have no idea what they do. Okay. But I just found this to be quite interesting, rather, how disrespectful. And I mean, I've had people stop talking to me over this because I have my opinion about this ADOS movement. I've had Black Americans stop talking to me. And here we are. Yeah. Anyway, give me a thumb up, guys. Love you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.